It's 2 pounds of green veggies.
Here we go.
Welcome to episode 104 of the Nyrdcast podcast, not your regular dialogue. I go by the name of Toner, and we're coming to you live / pre-recorded from the Watchtower. So let's go around the table and introduce everyone. we got Matt, Big Matt.
Yo.
Jay.
Hey.
Matt, a.k.a. Dave.
Dave, Matt.
And sound guy Steve.
Kimchi.
Music, whatever.
God damn, that's a hot jam.
Yeah, that was
Jay,
good.
that was a nice cut
good.
right there. Well
Thank
done. Well done. Way to find that unknown group, trying to give them some spotlight.
Fire
Right.
and wood.
Yeah.
They said
I've
we could
got
use
some
their
connections
Yeah,
Oh.
called Twitter.
cool. At this point of our show, we'd like to recognize our unofficial beer sponsor.
You better
So
recognize.
So I will turn over the, whatever I'm trying to say here, over to our official beer snob.
I'm going to hand my
Jay.
mic over.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
I don't know what's happening. Who are we drinking, Jay? I don't know what's happening.
All right. We got some Narrow Gauge beer. They were on a podcast years and years ago. This is the Double Dry Hop Fallen Flag, New England IPA, 7% ABV.
Yeah, it's adding to my BAC. That's for damn sure.
Delicious.
Tony just went Brett Hall. He's like, we went beer.
Yeah.
So my brother for my birthday got me a Drunk as Hall shirt.
Drunk as
Oh,
all.
Yes.
nice.
Last
Well,
weekend.
I'm like, where am I going to wear that to? Because I can't wear it to work.
Church.
I can't wear.
Yeah.
I would, except
What
there's
is
people
Ric
there with me.
Flair's-
Just wear it
so-
to the one that used to be a porn shop.
Because
Yeah.
Brett Hall
Hey,
Ric
there you
Flair
go.
drip. What is a Ric Flair drip?
Oh, that's a song.
Is that a song?
That's a rap song.
Okay.
Do you know that was a song?
The Ric Flair drip is
Flair
when
drip.
you're
Is that a dance
dripping with
move?
gold chains. Ric Flair was actually in the music video.
It makes sense
Yeah.
now. It makes total sense.
We should cut that song in
Wait.
here somehow.
Cut the
And
song
that-
if you can.
That fits in with our first topic.
Yeah.
Top 5 wrestlers.
Oh.
All
Someone
right,
chop me.
So who grew up watching wrestling?
I did.
Yeah.
Definitely. Every
So-
Sunday. Yeah.
So yeah, our
Yeah,
Sunday
you went
routine.
to wrestling.
I went to a match, yeah.
With Papa.
Way back
So-
in the
saw
day.
one
yeah.
at
One of my
Bush.
greatest memories of life is going to wrestling.
So
With-
our Sunday ritual was going to church, breakfast, grocery shopping, and then WWE.
Wow.
That was our Sunday.
began
WWF at the
in-
time.
WWF at the time, yes.
Oh, that's right.
Come on.
Yes.
But Saturday night was WCW Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Boo.
So, in honor of Harley Race, who recently passed away,
R.I.P.
he's
Indeed.
about his wrestling school is about 15 minutes from here. Yes, he had a
Kansas City.
no. It was Troy.
Oh, okay.
In college,
You're
they
so
used-
close.
Podcast.
Yeah. He used to have a traveling promotion in mid-Missouri, and they came to my college, and so Harley Race's wrestlers he was teaching would wrestle in front of us.
House shows. Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
and
Nice.
Ming the Merciful was there. Remember Ming from WCW?
Haku.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's one of
So
my favorites.
so I'll start out with my honorable mentions. One controversial, with the other one's tied to him.
Okay.
Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit.
Ooh, very
Good call.
controversial.
Very technical wrestlers,
I remember
Good call.
Benoit.
but
yeah.
Chris Benoit is not in anything you will ever see from WWE again.
He's on the network.
Is he really?
I have it. They have not edited him completely out of matches yet.
Wow.
Because at the time when they were doing DVDs, he was out of everything.
He's still in the WCW stuff.
Is he?
On the WWE stuff, they probably edited him
Yes.
4
out.
horsemen.
He's a real lady
Yeah.
killer.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Sorry?
Wow.
That's like a Steve comment.
Damn.
I
I don't even know that, but all right. Good way to go, Dave,
So
man.
you,
Well,
so you
Good
don't
job,
know the
yeah.
story of Chris Benoit?
Yeah.
I do not.
You wanna tell
He
him the story of
okay.
Chris
So
Benoit? Okay.
because of
Don't do
CTE,
Don't do roids.
concussions, steroids, everything, he strangled his wife and child, and then killed himself.
He used his
Murder
finishing
suicide.
move on his child.
That was the rumor. We don't know
That was
for
the rumor.
sure.
That was the rumor.
Nice.
But yeah. And so WWE does not show him anymore in their
or reference him.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
He's
don't
been
even call it
edited
the-
out of history.
They don't even call it
They
the
still talk
crippler
about it on
crossface
podcasts.
anymore.
I
It's
know
just
Jericho
a
still
crossface.
talks about him sometime on his podcast.
But Jericho's not WWE.
That's true.
He's AEW now.
True.
So,
He had a very tragic, just
yeah.
very sad. Very, very sad.
All right.
We're
I'll
going to
go-
bring the podcast down.
Yeah,
Eddie
I
was
know.
fucking great, though.
Jesus.
Eddie was one of the best performers.
He was one
But
of the
Eddie-
best
he suffered
technical
from-
wrestlers you'll ever
From
see.
concussion syndrome as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah.
died of basically his heart gave out from
Yeah.
years
Yes.
of drug abuse and
Yeah.
steroid abuse.
Yeah. All right. So number 5, I put The Rock.
Okay. That's your number 5 is The Rock.
All
I
right.
appreciate his mic skills, and
Absolutely.
his wrestling skills weren't necessarily there. I'm big on mic guys though.
Yep.
If you can entertain me, that's like the biggest thing. And so that's why Benoit and Guerrero are just outside.
Okay. But Benoit had no mic skills.
No, he didn't,
Yeah.
and that was one of the biggest things against him.
Mhm.
It was actually one of the he had a good sense of humor.
Yeah,
Like he did one vignette. I was watching this recently. He beat someone in such little time for a title that the next night he went on Raw and they did a clip of him wrestling this guy and on this like a split screen of him making a cup of coffee, and like by the time he makes the cup of coffee and takes the first sip, he's beat the guy, and that was his idea.
all right. Who you got, Matt?
My number 5?
Number 5.
Austin. Stone Cold.
Okay.
Stone Cold. Mic skills off the charts. Entertained always. Attitude Era.
Yeah.
One of the epitomes of Attitude Era. So, yeah, that's my number 5. What do you guys think about Stone Cold?
I mean, I didn't make it 5. I'm going to be a total
Unprepared.
poser. Yeah, well, that and poser. I don't know. I just have 5 wrestlers in mind. I didn't.
Okay,
never
go
mind.
for it.
Just name one of your
Just
5.
just name
Oh,
one.
well, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Ooh yeah!
Who apparently is part of the MCU. I saw there was an article that he's been incorporated in somehow,
Is
but I don't
Bonesaw?
know.
Well, he was
Yeah.
in Spider-Man, though.
Yeah, but
But
I,
that was it. That's all I ever saw him in.
I didn't read the article, so I can't say
Fantastic,
more than
though.
that. But go look for it.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
Google it.
Googles.
Google.
All right, Steve, you got anyone?
Top 5. Yeah, I actually did. I paid attention like this asshole.
I have names, asshole. I didn't do a ranking.
Stone Cold.
All right.
Yeah,
Cold's your
that's
second?
number 5 for sure.
Changed the business. Yeah.
He did.
There's the one guy I'm trying to think. I could see who he is when we get down later to it, but it's almost with the face painting and the
Gold Dust?
no.
Ultimate
No,
Warrior.
no. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank
Who
you.
was
thank
it?
you.
Sting?
Ultimate Warrior. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
When we get down further, yes, thank you. That's
Ultimate racist. Yeah.
yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I can't
John
wrestle a
Rocker?
black guy. He smells like cotton. Yeah. All right.
Best wrestling anti-gay
Oh, Jesus
preacher.
Christ! What cocoa butter? What the fuck?
I'm going to go with a tag team with the Hardy Boys.
Hardy Boys?
Oh,
Hardy
my.
Boys.
Hey.
They revolutionized the tag team game in the late
Between
90s,
them,
early
the
2000s.
Dudleys, and Edge and Christian.
Edge and Christian, yeah.
Nice.
That ladder and
best.
chair, ladders, table, and chair match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who you got number 4?
The Outsiders. Kevin Nash.
They changed.
Yeah.
They brought competition to the Monday Night War.
Yes.
They
And
created the Monday Night War.
well, yeah, and even before they went to WCW, I mean, Big Daddy Diesel and Razor Ramon. I mean, they were big name guys.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. They weren't great technical wrestlers, but again, they
Awesome
were
on
great
mic.
on the mic.
Awesome on the mic. Yep.
They got the people behind them. That's
Yeah.
all you got to do.
I mean, and people still pop for them when they show up at wrestling events.
My number 4 is Flair,
Yeah.
the Nature Boy.
Well, when it came to Mike skills, I mean, when he got hospitalized, all these quotes and shit started coming up, or like people were playing clips at work and shit. He goes, "I've spent more on spilt liquor than you've made in the entire year." I'm like, he's like, "Woo!" That was the funniest fucking shit. That clip was amazing.
He's just just a staple of the business.
Yeah.
Some of the best behind the scenes stories involve him.
His fur
There's
coats and shit.
a
Son.
particular
Yeah.
one in like
I'm like, is this Joe Namath? Or is this
Wasn't he
fucking
a
Ric
drinking
Flair?
buddy of Andre's too?
I'm sure he was.
'Cause
He's a drinking
at
buddy of
some
anyone
point they
who's
had to
around.
have
Because
been, yeah.
Andre was famous for drinking 70 beers in one night.
Yeah.
Like I thought,
Dude was
And
also
Flair
wouldn't feel anything.
9
and-
feet tall and 500 pounds.
and
There
I
was-
thought Flair
there was
tried to
some
go
story
touch
I
and
heard
couldn't do it.
a
But
bunch of different wrestlers tell of like he was in some hotel in Atlanta that had a glass elevator, and he got in the glass elevator to go up to his room in the penthouse and dropped trow and just pushed his dick up against the glass elevator all the way up.
I guess a documentary that came out, somebody said that,
The 30 for 30.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was. Yeah, I guess, well, you know how big Schwarzenegger is.
Yep.
Yeah.
That dude's not a small man.
Nope.
But apparently Andre the Giant just, like, picked him up like nothing and set him on top of a fucking, I don't know, was it dresser
Oh,
or
that was the HBO Andre the Giant.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, you just, I can
Yeah.
only imagine you're picking up Schwarzenegger like nothing. Just, yep, there you go.
Funny story. Andre Haku Meng
Yeah.
is the only guy Andre wouldn't mess with
Yep.
because he wouldn't take that shit.
Really?
If you talk about tough guys in pro wrestling,
Nice.
Meng was the only one that Andre would not touch
I don't know who that is, but all right.
because
I've
he
heard the
apparently
name.
took some dude's eye out in a bar fight once.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Nice. All right.
Jesus.
Good to know.
Yep.
All right, who got
All
number
right, Steve.
Number
Yeah, there are other people on this podcast
Well, no,
other than
they
me.
didn't-
Wow.
They didn't make the
yeah,
list.
when they're over there going like, yeah, then. It's a tie between Ultimate Warrior and
Ultimate Racist.
John Rocker?
no.
Sorry.
Mark
Mark
Shot.
Shot. Yes. Mark Shot, John Rocker.
Well, I'm trying.
President
Shot
Trump?
with face paint.
Well, it's that the 80s and 90s because Papa when we used to watch it, Ultimate
Oh, yeah.
Warrior and fucking Mick Foley.
No.
Well done. Nice.
He should
Yeah.
be everyone's
Well done,
list.
No, because
We just came up to the anniversary of Hell in the Cell.
the Cell one. I watched it. and I was like, fucking remember
Where-
this.
He got-
When
he
he
got-
got off of the.
He got thrown through the announce table and then got thrown through the cell on the tax.
Yeah.
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 That was one of the most ridiculous
And then
moments
you
in
gotta
wrestling
think about
history.
the Taker at that point, going, how do you do that to another human being? You
What?
know?
And his
It's
wife
so-
was sitting there
I know,
watching
I
it.
know.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Brutal.
play-by-play of them both talking was just like, yeah, okay, we're gonna do this. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking dude,
Well, and
Jesus Christ, man, you're
the
like half
cage-
dead.
the cage wasn't supposed to give away. Like
No,
that.
no.
So
And the chair wasn't supposed to land on top of him.
No.
yeah,
The chair that fell through the cage with him landed on his face,
I don't
knocked the
think
tooth out, and then when he landed,
Up through his.
yeah, through his lip.
Oh.
Yeah,
You know,
and it came out through his nose.
Oh,
I don't
Yeah.
think there's anybody that's sacrificed more than that guy.
maybe
I mean,
Terry Funk.
He loves
think
the
so?
business.
Yes,
Yeah.
Terry Funk did a lot of crazy
Barbed
stuff.
wire. And,
Yeah.
He retired 27 times.
Yeah.
I'm done. I swear.
Yeah,
All right.
All right, Raven
Dave
number
Matt?
Raven.
Okay.
I love Raven for what he did for promos because he came from
he came
ECW.
from-
Yeah,
So-
the ECW days were
The
amazing.
ECW days were amazing. He was never the greatest in-ring worker,
No.
but when he jumped to WCW, he raised the bar as far as making shit entertaining and make sense.
Yeah.
He made everyone
His-
have
he
to
had
up
the
their
flock,
game on
right?
being
That
on the
was his-
mic.
Yes,
He
Raven's
He had
flock.
the flock.
Yeah.
He brought in grunge music and that whole thing to wrestling, which was cool because everything was still heavy.
Came in
metal
in
at
his
that point.
flannel shirt tied around his
Yep.
hip. But-
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, if he didn't get into drugs, it would have been a lot better of a career.
Kind of like the Hardy Boys.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
Yeah.
they both became world champions after the drugs.
Well, before the drugs, after the drugs,
Yeah.
during the drugs, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, I got Piper.
Rowdy
Yes.
Piper.
Oh,
There was
Bit.
Wow.
There's Bit.
his
that-
fight with Mr. T.
well, and
So good.
they continued to use the Piper's Pit segment
Mhm.
even up till his death.
Yeah.
Yep. He's one of a kind.
Yeah.
Staple.
Yeah.
Staple. Okay. I got Sting.
Okay.
WCW Sting.
Also, woo!
Yeah.
And they still rumor about him popping up every
the
once
fact
in a
that
while.
he was able to change from the beach blonde
Yeah.
character, pretty wholesome face,
To look
It
like
would
the
be-
crow.
Yes.
to the crow.
The
Yeah,
anti-NWO.
Baseball bat.
A complete ripoff of the crow.
Right, right.
And it lengthened his career for another 10,
Oh, yeah.
15 years after that. I think. Well, no, how long was he doing the crow thing
He,
for?
I think he's still doing it. I mean, he showed up
He's
in
still doing
WWE a couple years ago doing it.
He got injured with a match with Seth Rollins,
Okay.
which basically was a career-ending injury. His personal
He was
doctors
like
cleared
60
him.
years old, too, though.
He's like 60 years old.
Broke his hip.
But he was
His,
he was the face of WCW.
Oh, it was the neck in.
He was for a long
Yeah.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the Hogan, we'll say, of WCW. Is what I
But before Hogan got there, yeah.
Yeah. So that's who I got.
I like the Undertaker. Honestly, that dude just kind of looked. He just scared me. His trench
about
coat
someone
and hat and
reinventing
shit.
themselves.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just like that
that's
dude.
That was my number 2, by the way. He's my number 2 on my list. So we'll just talk.
I just remember seeing that dude. I'm like, that dude just looks like.
Just talk about a shtick that you thought was going to be a one-time thing that he made last way longer than it should have.
Well,
And it still works.
Yeah, just look
How
at the
many-
Grim Reaper marching up to the fucking ring. I'm like,
20
dude.
plus years of undefeated WrestleMania.
Yep.
Yeah. That was the big thing until Brock took him down.
Yep.
Fucking Brock.
We'll forget about the
Eddie Brock.
yeah.
I
We'll
don't know what's happening. Sorry.
we'll forget about the
We are
American
hungry.
Biker era.
American Badass or whatever it was.
Yes.
Yeah, Last
That
Ride.
He was
Kid Rock
something.
theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to
he's
go
trying
with the new
reinvent
metal.
himself.
Yeah.
You got to keep the
Yeah,
character
you
fresh.
do. And he'd been in the Undertaker persona for like 20 plus years at that point. They had to change him up
I
somehow.
remember having the Sarah tattoo on his throat.
This is his wife.
It was his wife.
Was his wife, right?
Was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. I think he's tattooed over it.
He married Michelle McCool, who was
Yeah,
a younger
one of the divas.
diva.
He should get a tattoo that just says "Not Sarah."
Not Sarah. Not Sarah.
Wow.
I would think that'd be funny.
Coming
I
from the
get it.
divorce guy.
It's like I get it. I get it.
Zing. He said zing.
Did you add not to your ass after the divorce?
I did. Not justice anymore.
Is that next to your semicolon tattoo?
Oh. My story's not done. My story's not done.
Who you got, Steve?
We'll jump to some female. China is in China Clit, so there you go.
Oh, God.
Oh.
For fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, I was trying to think about it. I'm like, yeah, because
What wrestler almost has a penis that I could like?
X-Pac.
Yes. Yeah, I
1,
love.
2, 3, kid.
Yeah, I love a
Yep.
vagina that looks like roast beef. Woohoo!
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hope Solo, your favorite soccer player?
You think when Hope Solo sends nudes, her like boyfriend's actually like, "Hey, if you're still at Arby's, you give me number 3
With the fries. It's fries. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
You.
Oh, hold on.
Sorry.
All right, Matt, what do you got?
I feel sick to my stomach now.
Number 3, I'd go with Becky Lynch. She's
Ooh,
kicking
the
some
main.
major ass right now,
Cheers.
giving the women some respect,
Mm.
which is great, some attention,
Yeah.
which is great, and she can hold herself on the mic like just as much as like Cena or Stone Cold could.
She got big tits.
She's the female Stone
no,
Cold.
but
is
she's
what they
pretty,
call her.
she's pretty badass, and she's Irish. I'm okay with that.
Irish, look at me tits. Please write that down.
Stop calling me Irish.
Oh, God. 29, 50.
Jesus Christ.
Got it.
It's almost like
All right.
Lucky Charms. Oh, man.
I'm going to go with Chris Jericho for number 2. After that,
One of the best on the mic ever.
yeah,
Oh, yes.
when they showed him coming into WWE and they played those Y2J promos, and he came out and just owned the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, he was
What's the name of his band? Saul?
No, Fozzy.
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 Thank you.
And he's got a great
His
podcast.
podcast
Oh,
is
dude.
pretty big, too,
Yeah.
His show he does on fucking Sirius XM and his band. Jesus,
What?
dude, they're fucking actually
I
really
don't know.
good.
And he's part of AEW now,
Yeah.
so he gets a lot more freedom than he used
Talks
to.
about that all the time.
Got them a lot of attention
Yep.
starting
Yeah.
up, so that's good.
Fozzy.
All right, Matt.
I already did my number 2 with
Undertaker. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I do like Andre the Giant. Honestly, that just
That documentary was like heartbreaking.
yeah. And
Could you imagine living that life, though, of just never being comfortable ever, anywhere you go? Nothing ever fits. You know, your clothes, you have to get specially made clothes.
Yeah.
Your bed, you can't lay in a bed the right way.
So
I
my
can't
Sit
either.
on a toilet.
yeah,
He used to have to
Exactly.
go in the bathtub
my
at hotels.
Shit.
my
And then
kids
he
have
would-
seen
then he
Princess
would tip the room service people, like the guys who would come and clean.
to smash
He'd
it
tip
down.
them like $500
Oh wow.
because they'd have to get rid of it.
So
Jesus.
my kids have seen Princess Bride and they know who Andre the Giant is.
Anybody want a
And-
peanut?
Yeah, and they.
Wow.
This isn't last episode.
That's what he would say to the hotel
Yeah.
staff.
So,
God.
so my kids didn't understand how big he was. So I showed them that picture of him holding the beer bottle.
Yeah.
And it looked like a baby beer bottle in his hand because his hand was so huge.
Mm-hmm.
It was unbelievable.
Gentle giant, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Very, very gentle. But just imagine always having to be like on your toes about like I can't. Like if you just go to shake someone's hand, he could pretty much break anybody's hand.
Oh, yeah.
Too, you know, just a different way of living life. Could never imagine it.
We have no more beer, do we?
Oh, you're going to step away and it's your turn.
No.
Go.
Undertaker number 2.
Number 2.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We are out of beer. Fuck.
Crack the other stuff that we have in mind. The other narrow gauge Matt brought.
Oh, we don't have to take your beer.
No, it's fine.
Okay, fine.
All right,
It's a sour IPA, so I don't know if you'll like it.
One.
Wait, we didn't
number
get.
2.
I
Okay,
still have a
sorry.
number 2.
Yeah, what's Matt? Come on.
Why are you such an
Just
ass?
because you're original Matt.
Ah,
You're original Matt. We'll go to the other Matt too.
Wow.
Number 1.
well, my number 2 is pretty
Who is your number 2
acceptable.
work for?
Road Warriors
Oh,
as a team.
Man.
2 tag.
Original
Yes.
tough guys,
Yeah.
old school. You didn't want to fuck with them even out of the ring. Didn't matter.
Laronitis.
and there's some tag teams you have to include together. I mean, those
Doink
two
and
together.
Doink and dink.
uh,
Oh, what a rush!
yeah, those two.
Doink and dink. Holy fuck!
Yeah, you're going old school there. But there's some tag teams that you don't think of separately, and like I said, the Outsiders,
Dudley
and you
Boys,
can see maybe one or the other, but yeah, the Road Warriors.
Yeah, I mean Scott Hall and Kevin Nash go together just like Scott Hall and Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I get it.
Scott Hall and Narcotics too. I don't know.
Anything.
All right, my number 1, a little more recent, CM Punk.
That's a good call.
The pipe bomb was one of the most amazing things I've seen in wrestling.
Where he,
And-
where he just didn't care anymore, right?
Yeah, he was leaving. He didn't care. They said, "Fine, here's the mic," and he just laid into everybody. He's like, "John Cena, I threw you through the table. I like you personally, but I hate your gimmick."
Yeah.
And you know
And-
John Cena has not popped up on anybody's.
No, yeah. John Cena's the guy that
He's
kids
good,
they
though.
push the kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
But CM Punk was the independent wrestler that came up and they would not push. He was like the big guy in the reboot of ECW, but they had it off to the side so no one ever got to see it. And eventually they kind of pushed him onto the roster, but they wouldn't let him do his thing. And eventually, when he said he was leaving and fans kind of got in an uproar about it, they're like, okay, here's the mic, do your thing. And he tore them apart. Like they cut his mic
Yeah, I
in the middle
remember
of a
that.
live Raw.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that guy was fine.
He was one of the guys that changed modern wrestling, I think.
Very
Definitely
unique.
got asses
Yeah.
in the seats again.
Holy shit.
What you got?
He's drinking the Brummel. It's a sour IPA.
Wow, that is awesome.
So they took an IPA and aged it in a wine barrel.
Oh, that is awesome.
Okay, so Narrow Gauge beer is
No
nationally
code, no
traded. Yeah, they're nationally traded. People will reach out to people in St. Louis and trade for their beer. Wow. Some of the stuff they do is just unbelievable. And they just recently did a peanut butter and jelly stout that sold
It
out.
tastes like a jelly donut. That's what it tastes
Yes, thank you.
When they do a new beer, it sells out in like an hour. People line up for this.
Fucking amazing.
based out of
Might go into a
Cugino's.
diabetic
Yes.
coma after this.
Unfortunate.
We can't drink any more of his beer after that. That's
Jeff is an amazing brewer.
Yeah, that's
I-
really
good shit, man.
Like I said,
Tastes
I
like a good jelly donut.
I-
Like describe it.
podcasted with him about 2 years ago talking about stuff he was doing. And he was telling me about his barrel program
Yeah.
that he was setting up at the time. And this is the results of it.
You just gave that to the guy with diabetes. Don't give him this.
I'm dying now.
I can't ride that horse. God damn it. Jesus, dude,
Yeah,
that
my white
shit
horse is
is
sugar.
That's why they can charge about 18 a 4-pack.
That's how much it was.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
What's the ABV on it?
Oh, so you? Oh, that's.
Oh my God.
Oh, so you weren't joking about that earlier?
No, they're
He's like, yeah, my tab
Also
was
kinda tastes like
$42. I'm like,
they're expensive. 7%.
That's surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Sour IPA brewed with lactose sugar,
Oh no.
Carissa bark, and aged on blackberries and vanilla beans.
It's practically organic, dude. You're fine.
Huh?
Yeah.
He cultivates the yeast down in North County. So
So do I.
Boom. Oh. Wait, what? I don't know that.
thought
I
you
don't
weren't
know.
married.
I
All
don't know what's happening.
wow.
Wow.
right, Matt, what's your number
Number
one?
one, The Rock. Come on, it's The Rock. He's best
No,
best on the mic
that's
ever.
horse shit.
Best on the mic ever.
No,
I smell what you're cooking.
I
That's
don't
what I'm
know,
saying.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. No,
His
The
ring,
Rock's awesome.
his ring skills were great.
Yeah.
His mic skills were no one can match his mic skills. Come on. I mean,
Yeah.
he was just a natural.
I mean, people could still quote what he said.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, his brand went beyond WWE.
You have about 17 other names
I
written
just
down
wrote
under
down.
that.
I did.
His
some
matches
different-
with Mick Foley were amazing.
Oh, yeah, they
The
were.
Rock and Sock connection was great
Yeah.
when they tag teamed together. I thought that was great.
With
but-
Foley and against them.
Well, because I was like, okay, the Goldberg era, which
Yeah.
I know. I guess the WCW guys didn't like Goldberg very much.
No, he
bought
worked
into his own
stiff.
shit.
Yeah, and he worked stiff. And
Yeah, but it was cool at the time. I thought
Well,
it was
yeah.
really cool at the time. You know, the undefeated streak was
Yeah.
pretty cool at the time.
There's a match between Goldberg and Steven Regal in WCW that everyone calls out of like, at that point, Goldberg was over 100 in his win streak, and he started believing his own, like, his
Yeah.
shit don't stink, and that it was all legit. And it was supposed to be like a 10-second match with him and Regal. And Regal's a legit badass
He's a
that will take you
very
down the
good
mat
wrestler.
and make you tap out.
Yeah.
And he made it go like a minute and a half when no one else lasted more than 10 seconds.
Yeah,
So he put him in like an arm bar and stuff, and it was like, okay.
yeah.
It was just to give him a little dose of reality.
Turn it down.
hey,
The French Canadian big tits over there are watching TV too loud. I'm sorry. I keep hearing into my mic. I'm sorry.
And then I
I
had
apologize.
the Hitman. Just
Oh, yeah.
because of the 90s. He was the 90s.
Well, and,
WWE.
and the whole event with Vince kind of changed the game, too. Because, I mean, after that, people got wind of what was going on.
Yeah. And then Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
Shawn
man.
Michaels. I mean, just
Wow.
one of those good technical,
I-
pretty good on the mic,
yeah.
very good technical, I think.
Well, and
But he was part
He
of the Attitude
developed
Era.
on the mic really well.
I mean, part of
Yeah.
G-Generation X. You know,
Well,
you know.
and the whole thing with Marty Jannetty throwing him through the glass,
That
I
was
mean,
one of the
that was
nasty boys.
shocking back in the day.
And then you guys said, and then I'll throw in Booker T. I thought Harlem Heat was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
back in the day. You know, just throw him in there.
See, when I made my list, I struggled with modern wrestlers that were good on the mic and old school technical guys.
Yeah,
And guys that you can't really root for anymore because they're racist or have rape
Well,
allegations.
I mean,
just
just for a sex tape alone, Hulk Hogan was my number one. So that's who I'm going with.
You're saying that for Brooke. We know
but
it.
here's
Yeah,
the thing:
whatever.
Hogan, great on the mic. I thought he was great on the mic.
Just
Horrible
ripping the
technical.
floor.
wrestler.
Horrible
at the time.
technical.
But just
Yeah.
ripping his fucking tank top. Like, yeah, I'm like, cool.
I guess
I'm
was
sorry.
that McMahon more than him? You think? Just trying to push him over so hard.
I think that's how it started, but I think he really bought into it and
Okay.
took it with him.
And then just for last, I put Tatanka on there because I thought he was always funny.
Yeah.
Tatanka.
Tatanka was a favorite
Oh,
of mine
yeah,
when I was a
yeah,
kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
See, you
I
say
put-
that.
I put Doink
As soon
on
as
there.
you say that, I go back to fucking Dances with Wolves. Tatanka. Buff.
Jesus.
It's the only Indian name there is.
Tatanka.
Toner,
Tony, you go.
number
I
one,
said Hulk Hogan.
Hogan.
That's your number one all time, Hulk Hogan.
Obviously, he didn't watch much.
Yeah, I do the old school shit. But also, yeah, just based off the sex tape alone, how is it not Hulk Hogan? Boom, done. Tell me I'm wrong.
That nuclear.
I wouldn't watch
drop
that
of
sex
his.
tape, so I don't know.
I didn't either.
I'd watch China before that.
But I can only,
Oh!
I can only imagine the sex tape
God.
is epic. Because he talks the same way in the bedroom as he does in the ring.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. It's true.
This 24-inch python.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
I don't think I've called my wife brother before, so
Take your vitamins and this D. Say your prayers.
vitamin D.
Hulkamania is about to run wild on that pussy.
Oh, we got to snort.
Ayo.
And then Macho Man's on the side. Snap into it.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, number one.
Man, yeah, I have to go with Hulk Hogan because of the
Cheater. Fucking
No,
poser.
no,
guitar?
because of the guitar, man. Every time I see that during 4th of July, all I can see is him just doing that. I was just like, you know what? After everything, I'm
The
like,
Jimi
that's it.
Hendrix ripoff.
There you go. That's it. Just
Yeah.
because.
All right, Matt, who you got?
I've got a number one and an honorable mention.
Okay.
Number one, Kurt Angle.
Ooh, yes.
Pound for pound, he can take down anybody.
The Olympic champion.
The
It's
Olympic
true.
champion.
It's true.
He was fantastic for being like within the first year. He was the best heel in the industry.
Oh, he owned the mic.
Yeah, owned the mic. He had no problem taking on mid-carders. Didn't matter.
Yeah.
No problem.
And he would
taking
put guys over,
himself
too.
Not too seriously.
Yeah.
He did. He recreated the Stone Cold beer truck thing with a milk truck. That was fantastic. Yeah, it was. He was probably the best thing of the late '90s.
Yeah. I used to, when I worked at Blockbuster, I would leave notes to the opening manager, and I would quote Kurt Angle almost
With the
daily.
3 eyes.
Yes. It's true. It's true.
And honorable mention, other Matt mentioned Bret Hart, but Owen.
Bret
Owen
the Hitman
Hart.
Hart.
Yeah.
Owen had a lot going for him, and he didn't let his big brother's shadow overcome him.
And I remember that match when he passed away, and we were watching it on pay-per-view in college, and like we didn't know what was going on. It was pre-internet, why they cut it out, and then we watched Raw the next night, and it was like
Raw the next
Man.
night was hard to watch.
it was hard to watch.
What happened?
Owen Hart was rappelling down from the top of the Kansas City Kemper Arena, and his rig gave out, and he landed on the turnbuckle and broke his neck and died
There's
instantly.
a.
You didn't know about
It
this?
wasn't
Wow,
instantly
this is a
either.
big deal, yeah.
It wasn't
It
instantly?
was not instantly. There's a really good podcast that covers it on like Pro Wrestling Insider, I think it was. But it's just the final days of Owen Hart, and he didn't want to do that at all.
No.
And the rigging wasn't set right, and he fell over 70 feet.
Oh,
With his family
Hit
sitting
the
there.
turnbuckle
Was Raw in St. Louis
first.
the next night?
Yes, Raw's in St. Louis the next
oh
night.
my God.
He was coming down as the Blue Blazer,
Which was a great character.
which was a great gimmick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he hit the turnbuckle, and the referee didn't even hear it. Like, he heard it, but he didn't know what was happening because he was facing the other direction. And Jim Ross had to get up and like tell the guy what had happened. And yep, but he was an amazing guy,
Yep.
and yeah, another guy who didn't care about taking himself too seriously.
So what? He fell 70 feet and broke his neck, and then he died later or some shit.
I mean, I think pretty much everything was broken by the time, I think, on the way to the hospital he died.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then they continued to have the pay-per-view.
Shit.
They just blacked it out during that. Because the camera wasn't on him.
And so the next night it was here.
Oh, man.
And they had to have the memorial for him and
They took
everything.
vignettes of like all the different stars crying and telling stories and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's
They
the
would
reason
they would
never
have like 5 wrestlers tell stories about him, have a match, go to commercial, come back, have more people tell stories about him, have a match, go to commercial.
And he will never be in the Hall of Fame because his wife hates Vince.
Yeah. She blamed him
won't-
for it because he
They
didn't
can't
want to
sell
do
his
it.
merchandise. They can't mention his name.
Well, and it didn't help with the family history before.
True. The Hearts have a bad history with.
I forgot to say honorable mention to Chris Jericho because of Fozzy and all the shit he does, man.
Chris Jericho's-
he's
he's great on
fucking
mic.
cool. He is
Yeah.
fucking cool, man. I forgot about him.
All right, let's go to a little more upbeat and some recent trailers.
Yay.
Yeah.
Way to end us on a low.
Yeah.
I took it dark. I'm sorry.
So,
Jesus.
we'll start dark and kind of dark and go Zombieland 2.
Yay!
Dystopian
Yeah.
future, yeah.
Just more of the same.
Emma,
Trailer,
Emma
just a little bit more
Stone.
of the same.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Curtain matches the drapes. Yep.
So the single greatest part of the preview was when Luke Wilson shows up as
Tallahassee's
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
and
And
then
then
they're
the
like,
dude
"Do
from
you
fucking
see it?"
Silicon Valley is,
Yeah.
Richard, yeah.
Yeah.
is Jesse Eisenberg's,
I just don't know if we needed a Zombieland 2. This
No,
much later. I mean, how many years
Yeah, I
have
wish
we
it was
separated?
10.
Yeah.
10
Literally
years later.
10.
Is it 10 years? See,
Yeah.
that's a long time.
But they're going from what I've heard, they're going with this. It's been 10 years in the movie too, so it's kind of living with it and going with it.
Okay,
And
that makes sense.
I mean, I think they aren't trying to capitalize on what's going on with Walking Dead and how it's dying down, but I think they're going to parody it a little bit.
How much longer do you think the show has?
Walking Dead? I don't know. They should have done a movie a couple years ago.
They've already said this is the last season.
Is this the last
No,
season?
from what I've heard, they're going to try to milk it for as much as they can.
Because you guys ever watched was it the spinoff?
I haven't.
Fear the Walking
Fear the
Dead.
Walking
Well,
No, I
they've
never
got
did.
they've got Fear the Walking Dead, and they've got another spin-off coming out too, plus the movie.
Jesus.
But Michonne's gone.
Yeah, Michonne's gone after this season, and they're doing The Whisperers right now. So
The book just ended.
Yes, and I don't see how they've kind of given the middle finger to Robert Kirkman and said we're going to kind of do our own thing. We'll take your story, but we're going to adjust it.
Millions off of it.
Yeah,
so
he has, and he's got the ability to do whatever he wants for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But I think he got to the point with the comic where he was like, "I've told everything I need to tell." From what he said, he had an outline from the beginning, and all of a sudden he was at the end of the outline. He's like, "I got to end it,"
Yep.
and so he ended it.
Don't stay past your welcome.
Right.
Don't,
All right, yeah,
don't
it's-
drag it out if you don't have anything
Well,
to say.
and the reception on the
Way to
comic
bring
has
back
gone
Hogan.
down. The reception on the comic's gone down, and the reception on the show's way down.
And here's the funny thing, though: the last season of the show actually it turned around.
I haven't watched.
There was a lull where it's like, oh Jesus, okay. But then last season was actually pretty good, to be honest with you.
Well, see, and I think a lot of the comic fans have kind of gotten off after the whole Glenn dumpster thing.
Yeah.
And the ratings have been down ever since that.
Yep.
And so they missed their opportunity by creating these movies after.
They missed their opportunity.
Yeah.
When it was red hot, they should have made it then.
I mean, Coral's dead, so you're happy.
Well, yeah, fuck that guy. But I think with something like this,
Coral lived in the comic, by the
Coral,
way.
yeah.
Coral.
Not the real life kid. I mean, he's fine, but his character.
Chandler Riggs.
Yeah, Chandler, you're cool. Fuck your character. But like something like that, The Walking Dead, I think to go maybe 5 or because I think 5 or 6 seasons it kind
5
of went
seasons
pretty.
is your sweet spot.
Yeah,
to be honest
you know,
with you.
it's
Think about The Wire. The Wire, 5 seasons. Deadwood, even though it ended early, it did with 3 seasons. The Wire.
I just think.
Well, some.
Like I said on
Right.
Community,
Some-
6
but-
seasons in a movie.
But that's the thing. If you would have gone 5 or 6 seasons,
Like,
and then
like Dexter, they stayed way too long.
way too long.
Yeah.
2 seasons too long.
3 seasons
like-
was fine.
Yeah.
The 3rd season was fine.
but like
Trying to kill
save
those
like a
3rd
big
seasons,
story, a big climax, or whatever. Say that for like maybe a movie or 2 if you can make it work. And
Stop playing with your fly, Steve.
Somebody was looking at me. She wanted it.
which
so-
one? Sorry,
The dog.
Not the friend-
somebody was looking at me. I'm like, we got to clarify because
Stop it, Toner.
no, I want to hear him say it.
Tinky was looking at me.
Okay, all right.
Who's Tinky?
His wife.
That's
His new wife.
Lori. It's Tinky.
Oh, that's her name.
Jesus
Alright.
Christ. Sorry, go back to your Zombieland.
Fucking love. Sorry.
Oh, I don't know. I was like, fucking love.
Yes, we have
Fucking
two.
love
We
what?
have we have 2 divorced people here. It's okay. 2 divorced, 2 married, and 1 thinking about it. So it's fine.
Oh, the look
Oh.
he just got. Wow.
Wait, what?
The look he just got.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Tinky's belly full. Jen's looking like I don't know what's going on right now.
She's in the spirit.
Do I have any more Smarties?
She's in the spirit world.
Stop it, girl. We have saltwater taffy over here.
Why do you talk
Wait.
like that?
Because that's what Tinky does when she goes. She's like saltwater taffy.
Why do
so
you
lost.
tempt
Where
me
were
with
we?
death food?
Are you going to marry a woman, or
Yes.
you sure?
Yes, I am.
Yes, her vagina does not look like roast beef.
Oh my god.
No China clit?
For fuck's sake, man. What were we talking about? I don't even know what happened, man.
Zombieland 2.
Zombieland 2.
Okay, yeah.
So her
Okay.
vagina does not look like a zombie's.
Okay. Cool.
What else you got? What we got?
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
Yes, it is.
Very fitting in this podcast.
Well, Tom
man.
Hanks, Mr. Rogers, I can see it.
Perfect.
It
casting.
is, yeah.
Perfect casting.
Yep.
So there's a meme out there saying, I hope Bob Ross shows up at the after credit scene setting up a PBS universe.
Oh yeah, yep. That'd be awesome.
They should.
They should.
Who would represent Sesame Street?
Oh,
Although they're not
Well, I don't
PBS
know.
anymore, they're HBO. But I mean,
Jim Henson.
Kevin Spacey as Elmo.
Somebody-
yeah. I mean, if
Get somebody to play
you
Jim
had
Henson.
Jim Henson, it'd be good.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, Jim Henson. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you get
Where's
Big
my
Bird.
Jim Henson
Big
movie?
Bird
I
is
need
Jim
my
Henson.
Jim Henson movie soon.
I think Big Bird is Jim Henson is a good idea.
Jim Lair shows up for news program.
Larry David is Jim Henson. I love it. Idris Elba is Jim Henson. I love it.
He can play
Always.
anything.
He can play anything.
Idris
Jesus.
Elba's anything.
He could play
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
He could.
He could play the shark in Jaws. Was that Ben Affleck? I can't remember.
That was Ben
Idris-
Affleck.
I prefer Idris, but that's just me.
We didn't talk about Jay and Silent Bob Reboot too much.
Reboot?
Reboot?
Are you Canadian?
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, to be honest with you, to talk about. I know they're coming to St. Louis.
Affleck's
Have you not
in
seen
it.
the trailer?
Okay.
I've seen
Affleck
the trailer,
was
but
in
I
the
don't-
trailer and
for like
said
2 seconds.
bung.
He did say that?
He did.
Oh.
So they didn't know if he
Do
was
we
going to
have,
be in it.
Do we have Good Will Hunting 2 reference at all?
No, but Matt Damon is
Matt Damon
back
is Loki.
Yeah.
Some
Loki.
spoilers on who's playing Blunt Man.
Who's Bluntman?
Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
What?
You've not
And-
seen the trailer?
I've
Melissa
heard about that
Benoit as Chronic.
Jesus tits,
Really?
man.
Yes.
Jesus tits. What?
Jesus tits.
Do we need a pause so you can
Elba
watch
tits.
it real quick?
No.
It looked hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Chris Rock in it?
It's coming to St. Louis.
No.
But,
Thor's in it.
Joe
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Joe Manganiello or whatever.
Yeah.
Was Chris Hemsworth? Oh, he was in it. Yeah, that's right.
He is, yeah.
Is Mark Hamill in it?
I didn't see
I don't
I'm
think so.
sure he is somewhere.
He basically said everybody he's worked with over the last 17 years. is
Yeah,
in this
Daryl from
movie.
The Office is in there
Well,
as
and-
a judge.
Yes.
So
I
the
seen
interesting thing about
And
this,
Justin Long.
Justin Long is in there.
Kevin
what was his
Smith
name?
did this
Was
with
it
his-
Brandy St. Brandy? Was his name or whatever? Or
Yeah, I
Randy
think.
St.
The
Randy?
porn star.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith has foregone going the studio route, and he's not releasing to theaters.
Yeah.
So
He makes more money.
He did
the
this
way
with
he's
his
doing
last
it.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, is it straight streaming? Straight to video?
No,
he
he's
takes it on
touring
tour
with
them,
podcast.
Yeah.
where he and in this
Oh.
Jay Muse, at least for this one, he takes it on the tour with him, where he does a night with Kevin Smith, and then he shows his new movie.
They
so
did.
he sells
Oh, no
tickets
shit.
to
They
live
did
theaters,
that with the animated Jay and Silent Bob's
which
groovy
was-
movie,
No.
which was awesome.
He did. Well, he did it with Red State too. He just didn't come here for Red State.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
So yeah, he's going to
He should've come
tour
here for Red State 'cause of John
podcast.
Goodman.
Yeah.
He's
but-
going to tour and podcast with it.
Yep.
And yeah, they're coming to St. Louis.
They're coming to the pageant.
So that's the only way to see the movie? Is to go to the...
No, they'll have. You'll be able to see it in the theater too, but
Oh, okay.
but he's going to tour with it, talk beforehand a little bit, show it, and then have a podcast afterwards. If
It'll
it's the
probably
same
be
way,
super limited theater release.
yeah.
It might not be St.
Is
Louis.
Jeff Anderson in it? That's what I want to know.
No, but he's working it out to do Clerks 3.
He won't be in Reboot though.
No,
The return of Kinky
but
Kelly.
Ben Affleck is.
Yeah, that's big. That's huge.
That's
big
huge.
news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big,
I'm
and
still waiting on my Fat Man on Batman episode of him and Affleck talking about Batman.
maybe it'll come after this.
That'd
I
be
hope
great.
so.
He probably has.
Although he doesn't call it that. It's.
It's Fat Man
Probably has
Beyond.
an NDA.
I prefer the old episodes when he did one-on-one interviews.
I like Mark Bernardin. I
I do.
like
I
I
love
like hearing
Bernardin.
them talk.
I
The
do.
solo Mark Bernardin episodes are great too.
They are too. Yeah.
When is Warner Brothers just going to acknowledge, whether they're going to release it or not, which they probably won't, or at least not anytime in the near future, that there is definitely a Snyder cut of Justice League? I don't want to go on a fucking tangent. I said the dude filmed an entire fucking movie.
But I don't think
finished it,
they've ever finished it.
That's
And
that, like special effects wise. No, I'm sure like post production
Oh
type
no,
shit.
it was 2/3 the way through filming.
I thought because I remember
I
seeing
don't
a
think
video
it's
come out.
done.
I saw a video come out. Now, granted, I just thought of obviously not your special effects shit. I know they do reshoots and all that. But
Yeah,
there
and
was
then
a
you
video
don't
on
finish it and you release it as
but-
Wolverine Origins.
But there was, okay, true.
yeah,
But I saw Snyder on, I don't know if it was Facebook or Instagram, talking about the Justice League had wrapped. Talked about it. Now, granted, yes, it's your principal photography.
Wait, what did Steve just throw in the trash can?
Don't worry about it. It's
White Claw?
No.
I saw a commercial about White Claw.
He threw.
It was from Andy F's.
Oh, the strawberry margarita shit.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck it is? All right.
I'm
Joe,
not-
Joe Dast's brother, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
we got to point that out. So
Well, I'm not drinking Jay's beer. I'm sorry.
That's
I would drink
okay.
more of it, but I'm
go for it. I mean,
okay.
no big deal. I got. You should see my fridge at home.
I'm so glad I have to get up at 7:30 in the morning.
For
Yeah.
what?
Going up to the property with Dad.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Yeah, I forgot everything
Yeah.
I was supposed to bring, by the way.
Huh.
So, I'll take care of that tomorrow or Monday.
Okay, move on. Fuck cocksucker. All right,
Family
go ahead.
drama.
Sorry. All right, all right, more beer. That's good.
Can I smoke? Can you smoke drugs in here?
Well, Jen already did, so it's fine.
Did she? Okay, well,
It's just baby. They ain't going
We can do that.
okay.
Smoke some drugs, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, pack some cocaine up your butt. Fuck.
So I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go beyond that. J.J. Abrams might be doing Superman and Green Lantern.
Nope.
What?
Pass.
I
Get
have
the
no
fuck
desire to
out
see a
now,
Superman movie
right
with
now.
him.
But he's
right
got
now.
a contract with Warner Brothers for like $500
But look,
million.
if you
Finish Star Trek,
Just because
motherfucker.
you
okay,
Bad Robot.
J.J. Abrams, if he just wants to write a check and literally do nothing else, I'm cool with it.
Too loud?
Wait, it's
the last
funny
one.
that this came out because him and his son are writing a Marvel comic together.
I know.
A miniseries.
Dude, I'm not.
Still,
JJ.
and it's pretty much. Hey, I'm J.J. Abrams. My son's going to do this, and I'm going to put
His
my
son's
name
writing
on
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have nothing against J.J. Abrams. I don't. He's a great producer, director, everything. I'm just saying, when I read his fucking original Superman script from the 90s,
No thanks.
and I've lost all faith.
Well,
that-
and
that
he could be much better.
He could
by
be.
now.
But still, I'm like, all right, prove to me, okay, you want to make a great Superman movie with your name attached to it, do it as a producer, maybe have a little bit of input on the story, don't touch it anywhere else. That
Okay.
sounded very weird.
So I put
but
way too much thought into the Green Lantern side of things here.
fuck Green Lantern. I don't give a shit about Green
Here's
Lantern.
the thing: Green Lantern's already tainted in everybody's eyes because of the fucking Ryan Reynolds movie.
Which is
But-
nothing on him.
Yeah.
That's all Warner Brothers.
He's
is just
proven
shitty.
that too
Yeah.
with
He's not.
Deadpool.
He's not been introduced in the DCU yet, and there's a bunch of Green Lanterns you can fucking do. You don't
Well,
do a
Green
single
Technically, Green
movie.
Lantern has been introduced, but not the
In
Hal
Justice
Jordan
League,
version.
yeah, in Justice League they did. The Green Lantern Corps was introduced in Justice League.
Because they fought with
Steppenwolf. Well, they thought it fought against them with
Okay.
the
Amazons
yeah.
and Atlanteans and
Well,
Right,
technically,
okay.
the scene with Alfred when he says, "Thank God you showed up" or something like that's supposed to be a Green Lantern.
I thought that was Superman showing up.
It was. They said that they had green lights lighting everywhere around. It was supposed to.
I
be
thought there was a
Green Lantern.
post-credit scene though at the end when
Snyder
Kilowog showed up.
Cut.
It'd be part of the Snyder.
Well, in the
Cut.
Snyder cut, yes, was Kilowog showing up at the end.
But like,
With
if
somebody
he
else.
did a Green Lantern movie, I would hope he would take some kind of a clue from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It needs to be 2 movies. He needs to set up the Green Lantern
Yeah,
Corps.
keep it separate from everything else for the first.
Don't even mention any of the other fucking heroes.
All right.
Set it up as a Green Lantern Corps movie. At the end, introduce the Sinestro Corps, the Yellow Lanterns.
All right.
Yeah.
The whole second movie, Yellow Lantern, Sinestro Corps War. Just a fucking space opera battle with these 2 different corps going at it. And at the end of it, pick whatever fucking marketing genius decides one of these Earth Lanterns is going to be on Justice
Okay,
League.
all right.
Have them mistakenly end up back on Earth and confronted with the Justice League. Now you've introduced them, and you've had 2 blockbuster movies that have nothing to do with these other failed properties.
Okay. Yeah.
And now you have someone that's going to put more butts in the seats, even though you have 3 of the most popular characters of all time who couldn't sell a fucking movie because you fucked it up.
So
That makes
do you-
too much sense.
But do you
Exactly. DC would never do that.
do you go one like do you either go John Stewart or Hal
John
Jordan,
Stewart's the one all the kids know.
or do you go both, or do you introduce 2 at the same time?
Hal is a bland motherfucker at
True,
this point.
but I'm just wondering like
what?
like
He
alright,
was
so-
even bland in his heyday.
True.
I'm just saying like
Which
from
worked back
Yeah.
then.
because it's Earth and the Green Lantern like the span of the time in the universe, whatever. Earth is not or humans don't have much to add to the fucking galactic scale of everything. Do you like have a Hal Jordan and Stewart kind of? It's almost like a tryout, so to speak. for the Green Lantern-
I
in
would
this-
honestly, the first movie, I would make them like the foot soldiers, the dregs in the trenches, so to speak.
Okay.
And like they're not ranked at all. The second movie, because of the end of the first movie, they're now more important. They become the most important ones towards the end of the movie by defeating Sinestro, end up on Earth, probably Jon Stewart, because that's what all the kids know from all the Justice League
Idris Elba as
animated
John
stuff.
Stewart, just by the way.
That'd be fantastic.
Jesus Christ.
But that would be awesome, though.
Come
Sorry,
on.
sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
And then,
He'd be Kilowog too.
The problem is he's already part of Suicide Squad and is somebody we don't.
He's
know
already
yet.
Black Superman, for Christ's sakes. Come on.
He's Deadshot. And, all right, sorry, go ahead.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's not Deadshot?
No.
no.
He's somebody
Was
else.
it Black Tiger?
That's the
Oh,
rumor.
Bronze Tiger?
Bronze Tiger, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Rumor.
Racist fucker.
Yeah.
Why can't he be bronze, Jay?
Yeah, he no
Black
black tiger.
Silver
Hey,
Tiger.
shit.
Why-
Steve's
Black
worse. He
Tiger.
snorted.
All right. Jesus, that's. Oh, look at those levels. Fuck.
Way
That's
hot.
all his
Sorry,
snorting.
everybody.
That was hot.
Yeah, a little
Alright,
hot
sorry.
bitch.
But yeah, I put way too much thought into that shit.
Why not just
You
skip
know,
it and go
more
straight
than
to Guy
DC
Gardner?
will.
Guy
So
Gardner.
Batman can
Oh.
punch him in the face.
with a bowl cut and everything.
The
Fuck
guy-
Guy
Everything.
Gardner.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone loves to hate.
Fuck Guy Gardner.
Who would play Guy Gardner? CM Punk.
Simon Cowell.
No!
Bring it all back.
Jackie Chan.
Seth Green. With the bowl cut and everything. As Guy Gardner.
Shia LaBeouf. I'd like to see Batman
Shay.
punch him.
As yeah,
Dave Chappelle.
Shea LaBeouf. Dave Chappelle.
Who's the Irish actor
No,
from
you get to gender reverse it.
Seven
now.
Psychopaths?
Oh.
Anybody?
Oh.
Wasn't Danny
Seven
DeVito in that at
Psychopaths?
some point?
The Irish guy.
Is it Colin Farrell?
Colin Farrell. He could pull that shit off.
He,
Or what about?
It doesn't have to be a
He's very
redhead. You don't have to
punchable.
make him a redhead.
But
Just
no,
make him
who's-
a complete
who's the one
asshole that you love.
The artist one. What
all
was
right,
He's
we
the
need,
asshole
we
that
need to
you love
cast
to
a
hate.
jack off in this
Who's the
movie.
Green Lantern
I like
guy?
Colin Farrell.
the
That was
artist?
Jon Stewart.
No. No.
Okay, you're thinking Kyle Rayner.
Kyle Rayner.
Yeah.
Go Kyle Rayner.
Jesus Christ, how many Earthbound Lanterns we got,
Oh,
There's
man?
four.
Lot.
Or there's
Well, hey.
six now.
He was full of controversy, too, because his
you
girlfriend
got
ended up
Boz or whatever.
dead in a
Fridged.
refrigerator.
Fridged.
He killed her?
No?
She had no specific plot to her until she was used as a corpse
In a refrigerator.
in a refrigerator.
Well, if he didn't kill her, who the fuck cares?
People.
Because they created a character.
Women.
The only woman in the book
Yeah.
they used as a prop, basically.
So she died in the kitchen? Is that what happened?
Someone crumpled her up and shoved her in a fridge and left a note on the fridge.
Well, at least she was in the kitchen.
Did you not see the clock on the oven?
Oh, God.
I was like, do you not see where I'm going with this? I'm literally
No,
being
we
an
saw.
asshole.
We saw.
Okay, I'm like,
We were just leaving it.
I'm like, he's playing along. I'm like, okay, he's nearly a misogynist or something. I don't know what's happening here. All right, my bad.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
The two married guys were being quiet.
No. The clock was broken. I'm sorry.
He's not married yet.
It'll still happen
other
afterwards, so it
ideas
doesn't
on
fucking
JJ?
matter.
From Good
he's-
Times.
I want, no.
Star Trek.
But Abrams, I just
I
want
think
him,
he's dynamite.
he can, let him just straight up produce. I don't know. And then we'll see what happens. I like, as a producer, he's fuck. You can't argue with his resume.
So, based off what he did with Star Wars, are you confident he could handle DC?
I'm not confident DC can handle DC right now.
Warner Brothers doesn't have a fucking clue.
Jeez.
No.
But I'm curious.
Oh, and
I'm curious
AT&T
that they
doesn't
brought him
either.
in for that purpose of trying to say, "Hey, let's try to save this
Yeah.
because we fucked it up already."
Well, and they've obviously said we're not going to go with a connected universe based off Joker.
Can I just
and-
get? I just want a Man of Steel 2. We just start there.
Yes.
Just start all over with the
Yes.
Man of Steel 2
Yes.
and go from there.
And make it not a Kryptonian that he fights.
There you go.
Because that's been done way too
Yeah.
much. Not Luthor and not a Kryptonian.
Who would you have as the main villain?
Parasite
and
I like that.
or Mongol.
they haven't.
Brainiac. or
Brainiac
Lobo.
would be great.
I mean-
Brainiac would be great. Lobo, Lobo would be like a side character kind of.
And they haven't learned from Marvel because obviously Marvel's seen what Sony did with Spider-Man. And they're like, well, we're not gonna start out with the Green Goblin. We're gonna start out with anyone you've seen. We're gonna pull the Vulture in to start with.
Mm-hmm.
DC's like,
which was done perfectly.
it was.
They'll build a Green Goblin. They'll get
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, I agree they will, and he
The
could
new
be.
movie shows Oscorp too, so that's good.
And Green Goblin could be the overarching villain for the whole Marvel universe, but DC's like, we're gonna throw everything against the wall and see what sticks.
It's so bad. It just literally, I've said time and time again, I don't need you to copy off Marvel. But look, I mean, they clearly, look at the fucking blueprint. The shit works.
Yeah.
Do something similar.
Well, and
They just try to shoehorn some shit in, cut corners. It's like, it shows. You have a great opening weekend. You lose everybody in the second and third weekend. But at the same time, you got the suits are like, all right, well, we made the money we need back on it, so it was a success.
So along those lines, I watched Shazam recently.
I love
Fan-
it.
Fantastic.
Is that available for rent yet?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was going to rent that. But
Shazam
It
is
is.
really
It's
good.
amazing.
It was really good.
was it really good? Okay, because I liked Aquaman,
and it
and I thought Shazam looked okay.
and it had Superman at the end.
I thought he was in the post-credit scene. Yeah,
neck down.
And
You don't
Man of
see.
Steel, in the Man of Steel costume
Yes.
too.
They don't show. It's not Henry Cavill.
Nope.
No,
Doesn't say anything.
they negotiated with him, and he said he wasn't going to do it, and so they said we're moving on, and they showed him neck down in costume. But it was a really good movie.
But here's the
all
thing:
right.
that doesn't matter for the movie because it's good without it.
It is.
Right,
It really
okay.
is. It was just a throwaway.
Just a way to fucking introduce him into the.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
They talk.
they're
they talk
showing
about Batman.
we're
and
part of it all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interconnected.
That's true because in the trailer it showed the batarang and
Yeah, the battering was early in the movie.
okay, yeah, and then
Yeah.
like an
Yeah.
article about Superman.
Yeah.
Whatever,
That
sorry.
by far is my favorite DC movie so far.
Yes.
Shazam. Okay,
And
Easily.
I liked Wonder Woman, but
And-
Shazam
yeah, and
is
I
by
liked-
far better.
I liked Aquaman too, and
Yeah.
this was still by
Okay.
far the
I
best
still haven't
one.
even seen Aquaman yet.
Oh.
Aquaman was good.
Aquaman's good
I
for the
own it.
villains.
I'll give you my Voodoo password. You can just fucking log in.
I still like Man of Steel better than all of them. But
Thief.
that's just me.
Yes, I bought it.
The Man of Steel is great.
I bought Man of Steel. It's great.
Yeah.
It's
I
just,
just
I mean,
don't like the
it-
redefining of that character in that, and his entire upbringing.
yeah, no, the movie does have flaws. Don't get me wrong. We can say that for another time. It's just, it's still strong. I thought for a jumping off point for a cinematic universe, I thought it had way more pros than cons.
They put the
And-
effort into it.
yeah, yeah,
and
right.
it really set everything up.
Yeah, and then they just fucking shit the bed on,
Batman v Superman.
and then of course the Justice League. It's,
Yeah.
The
Fuck,
thing
man.
that amazes me is watch Justice League. Watch the scenes where they're about to fight Doomsday. Look at the backgrounds. The backgrounds look the exact same as Spawn. This is almost 15, almost 20 years later.
I'm gonna go watch
the
it now.
CG on the backgrounds looks almost as bad as like when Spawn is in hell in the movies.
And that was like 1998.
It's because they want you to focus on the characters. They don't give a shit about the backgrounds. They didn't spend any CG on it.
Yeah.
fuck. Now that I'm thinking about it,
It's like this
Shit.
weird, and it almost looks like a screensaver from Windows 95. It's just not good. And
Holy
Doomsday
shit.
himself, you didn't put any thought in that character design.
No. Oh no. It's not the worst CG I've. No, but you're totally right. No, I get it. It was. Yeah, it was.
You're putting the money in. You're not putting the money in the right spots.
No
That's
shit.
all.
Yeah.
So along those lines, we also watched Lita Battle Angel.
How is that?
Man.
It was horrible.
Oh, really? Really?
Like,
Really?
I was going to rent that. I thought about watching it. It was,
So I was on the fence about it. I knew a little bit about the anime. Erin thought it looked good, and we started watching it. And she's like, "This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen."
oh wow. So
The
good.
CG was
no
great.
redeeming quality.
No,
nothing.
no, really not. And no acting, no story, nothing. So pass on it. And then-
I disagree on that one. I
did you
enjoyed
see-
it a lot. I think it deserves a sequel. It probably will get a sequel.
Yeah,
It definitely sets up for a sequel. The CG was really good. I was surprised that they did it that well.
the CG wasn't bad.
The concept of like this automaton trying to find her humanity throughout the whole thing was interesting.
It just didn't hit with us though. Like
It is super anime.
super anime.
Super anime.
I mean, even just the look of her
Even
and
the
that didn't-
interactions with other humans was
it-
just kind of.
I just thought it was a weak story.
No. I thought Christoph Waltz was fun.
He was fun, yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad. And then we saw Venom.
Still haven't seen it.
I
Not
liked
bad.
it.
I liked it.
The one thing that sucked me out was the restaurant scene with Hardy, where he was flipping out with Michelle Williams, and he climbed into the lobster tank.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Climbs into a lobster tank to cool down.
Before he
I'll
gets
get around to it
checked out.
someday.
It's more of a buddy comedy.
It really is. If it wasn't for that scene, I would have really liked the movie.
I would like to see Tom Hardy and the Venom symbiote recreate Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
Like honestly, most of the thing is just like
'cause-
slapstick comedy between those two
Yeah,
characters.
they would sit there and talk back and forth. No one else could hear it, and so everyone else is like, "What? Who are you talking to?" But it was entertaining.
The only thing that detracted from that movie for me was the end battle was just meh.
Yeah, It was just okay. They introduced a bunch of symbiotes they created.
They did what they should have learned from Transformers. Venom and the thing he fights in the end, same color scheme. One's
Yep.
just bigger.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when you have these like liquid
At least he's not
symbiote
fighting a
things
cloud.
fighting,
He's not fighting a cloud.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
no, there's
no
no
cloud.
Galactus.
No parallax.
So I watched a movie called Hellfest. That's
Okay.
my recent movie. Have you ever heard of this movie,
No.
Hellfest? Apparently out in LA, they got this thing where it's a haunted house theme park. Think Fright Fest at Six Flags.
Yeah.
But a little bit more intense. And you have to sign a waiver or whatever so that the actors can touch you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Would you ever allow someone to touch you at a
No,
haunted house?
no.
It gives a whole nother level of kind of creepy, right?
Yeah.
But the idea being there's
Closer.
a killer as one of the actors.
Closer.
So it's a horrible movie. It's a B movie, to be honest with you. But it gave me a good idea thinking, would you ever go to a haunted house where they could touch you and really actually pick you up and take you to another room or something like that?
It's
Okay.
full on like Zero Dark 30 type
yeah,
shit.
exactly. And I was just like, not a good movie, but an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Interesting concept. So
There's
that
one
was
of those
that
down
interesting.
in
Those are the only two
Tennessee,
things
I
I've
think.
seen.
There's one that does that in Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah.
So-
You have to full on sign a waiver,
Yeah.
and they give you 24 hours to prepare for it.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I saw it in some documentary, but
Yeah.
he's super proud that like no one lasts more than 2 hours with him. But you
Doesn't-
sign the waiver for 24,
Oh wow! To go into a theme park. For
and
tw-
if you like last the 24 hours in their care,
No
you
thanks.
don't have to pay.
Oh wow! Really? No thanks.
No,
Nope,
no,
I'd pass
thank
on
you. I don't feel like getting waterboarded.
it. No.
I like being waterboarded.
Yeah.
So
It's like being married, right?
Oh, Jen, sorry.
Is she awake?
Yeah, she's awake.
She's still high?
I don't know.
No. Okay.
I just see her playing on her phone, and then my fiance just went to bed and said, "I'm fucking tired. Fuck everybody."
So we
Wow.
we
Is that
also
what you
watched
said?
the trailer for a movie called Ready or Not.
What?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
That is
that might be a
Horror movie?
classic
Uh-oh.
horror comedy
that,
coming
that,
up.
that could be
I'm sorry.
like
Talk
see
to
now.
Matt.
Granted, August has a bad.
Just curl up on the couch. It's fine.
Okay, I will.
It's cool. We're totally not talking right now.
Jen's talking to me too, fuckface.
Well, then go over there, asshole.
I'm trying to be a good host.
Well, you're being a terrible podcaster, so pick one. Fuck.
He's the hostess with the mostest.
I don't know what's
Shit.
happening right now.
I need more
Ready
beer.
or not?
I need more beer.
Oh yeah.
Ready or Not.
No,
Who's
August.
okay.
August has a
Everybody in
bad
No
month.
one
It's-
that we really know, I
Everybody
think.
in it?
There's one actor I
like no,
noticed.
oh yeah, I'm trying to think of. But like what I hate with August is that normally when a movie comes out in August, it's like when studios don't like dump like their
No.
films.
There's,
Like
there's no dumping ground anymore.
There's not?
There's movies coming out. Decent
well,
movies coming out all year
it's back
round.
to school
Yeah.
month, so
Yeah,
there's probably lower.
I mean, August is
turnout,
normally the month
but-
where people like studios are like, all right, well, we're just going to dump our shit. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, what do you think?
Well,
we're
then
in?"
where's my fucking New Mutants? Anyway,
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that still has to come out.
it's not going to.
It will never see the light of day.
It'll show up.
It looked. I mean,
On
it
YouTube
looked
someday.
interesting. I thought that X-Men thing
It'll be like the
with like a
Fantastic
horror
Four-
spin
what
on it.
What was that guy's
I
name?
thought it looked kind of cool.
They're taking it and putting it in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doctor
So-
Strange is going to be a horror movie.
Yeah,
So that- it's
it's
never
not
gonna
gonna
come
end up
out?
being New Mutants.
No.
Well,
New Mutants will never
fuck.
come out.
No, it won't.
I was interested in
And then
seeing
wh-
it.
how
I
long
think
do we-
right now it's scheduled for March of next
And then
year.
how long do we have to wait
Uh.
for a Deadpool 3? Think about that.
I thought it's part of Phase
Longer.
5 or something like
Way
that.
long
Or the
time.
like, well, Ryan Reynolds teased something about showing up in Phase 5, which I don't know, could be true. I don't know.
That's just him talking, though.
It is?
I think
Okay.
Eventually we'll get to X-Force.
they,
Well,
they,
eventually
they will
they-
probably release it, but it won't be part of the MCU. It'll be separate Fox.
Yeah.
They'll keep it away from Disney.
I still think it's going to end up on YouTube somewhere first.
Jesus.
It probably will.
So, thoughts on Ready or Not?
That's not my genre, but
Okay.
that's something I would definitely probably watch
Yeah.
when it comes out.
It looked funny.
Basically-
It looked
Yeah.
insane.
From the trailer, woman marries into a very rich family that got rich over games. It seems
yeah,
like
it was
board
like
games.
it was like board games and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's like
they
a
do
period
ritual.
film, though. It looked like it was 1800 type shit, or
It looked modern, but it's like a Victorian
yeah, or well, okay,
turn of the century
yeah,
mansion they're in.
okay,
And the night of the wedding, they have to celebrate by playing a game as part of the family ritual.
Game of hide and seek.
She picks the game of hide and seek.
Okay.
And so the patriarch of the family is like, okay, you have 12 hours or whatever it was.
Till dawn, basically.
Till dawn.
Stay hidden until
you
dawn.
have to stay hidden. And if we find you, you lose. And so she goes and hides, and they all grab weapons.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
At which point, like, there's also, like, a shitty sister who doesn't know how to fire any weapon. And, like, all these maids keep getting fucking killed off because they're just stepping into the shots and shit.
Yeah. Adam
Looks
Brody is one of the
amazing.
brothers.
Adam Brody, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And what's her butt from Michael is one of the, maybe the mom. Andy McDowell.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Oh, Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So this is gonna hit theaters. This is like actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's coming out this month. Yeah.
Horror comedy is just
Okay.
my jam. So that's gonna be good.
But no, it looked really seriously funny and good. Like well produced, funny shit.
Yeah.
So
A lot of money put into it,
I'll check
so,
it. Yeah, I'll check
yeah.
it out for sure. I mean, I'll probably wait to rent it, but it looks good.
Yeah.
I just don't go to horror movies much in theaters. That's just
Yeah.
me, but
You like porn more.
I do. It's free. Sorry, what were we talking about? Yeah,
what
go
a
ahead.
world
All
we
right.
live in.
Yeah.
Jesus. What do we
Anything
got?
else you got?
What else we got?
I read The Boys.
Yes.
I read all 3 omnibi back.
I'm on
good.
the first omnibus.
Yep.
All right, so imagine the
Butcher.
Justice League and they're shitty people.
Yep.
And the,
Worst of the worst.
and the CIA is out to take them down.
Corporate shitty
Oh.
people.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Oh, that's the shit on Amazon. All right.
Yes.
All right, I'll have to watch that now.
So,
Oh, okay,
The only
okay.
problem-
So
you
they
know,
toned this-
Simon Pegg show up at all.
yeah,
Yes.
he does.
Okay, good.
He's
That's
in
all I
it.
didn't know. Okay, thank you.
Let's just say the new girl on the team has to blow Superman, Flash, and who is the
The deep.
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
The Deep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're kind of shook.
I'm gonna go home and watch it
Yeah.
as soon as we leave here.
They
That's
tone it down
different
for
in
the
the
show, but
Yeah.
that's what happens in
But
the
it's
comic.
not that different in the show.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah,
I'm in.
it's an amazing show too. The book is fantastic. It's toned down a little bit for the show, not
Yeah.
much. There's still graphic sexual situations, super graphic violence.
Perfect.
The guy that got to play Little Huey, the main character,
Yeah.
it's fantastic casting. Simon
I-
Pegg is actually his father.
I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah.
So the comic starts with little Huey at a fair with his girlfriend, and the Flash character runs by and disintegrates her.
He's
Oh.
left,
He's
he's
left
left
holding
holding
her
her
arms,
hands. In his
Yes.
hands.
Yeah.
And that's how the show starts too.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's one of those comics that just
Spoilers.
kicks off just like that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a Garth Ennis take on established superheroes, and it's messed up.
I don't think they do it in the comic. Maybe they do in one of the other ones I didn't read. But they go to a secret superhero sex bar
That was in the first omnibus, so
where they're just like, there's like people levitating in the middle of the air, completely naked, fucking, and there's like, oh yeah, there's just a lot of horrible shit happening, and it's great.
Perfect.
And it's great.
Steve Snort. All right, so I read Die Volume 1.
I have not read that yet. D&D or those stuff. Right?
Yes, it's about a group of D&D people who disappear into their game for 2 years. And when they
Fantastic.
come back, what is it, Dungeon Master?
Yeah.
The leader of
The
it's
DM.
gone. The DM's gone, and one of the girls is missing an arm.
Am I the only D&D nerd in this group?
You
God
are.
damn it.
Yeah.
We might have to do it on a future episode just so we can get inoculated.
Hey.
We'll have to get
Okay.
Marcus involved. 'Cause
Yes.
he's gonna take on the
Marcus would
D&D
be
shit.
Marcus
Yes.
would be huge on it.
I was
But
gonna say,
so
I could get my my DM to come in.
all right. So 30 years later they have to go.
Dungeon Master.
30 years later they go back into this world to kind of save their DM, and it's
God.
messed up.
So it's a
Okay.
little Narnia-ish.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Good book though. I'm curious to see where it goes.
There's a good one on Amazon that's available for streaming right now called AFK, which is basically all these characters in this World of Warcraft style world. Suddenly, they're trapped in their own characters, but it's live action.
Okay.
So like you get a lot of interaction
so
of like
Jumanji.
it's basically Jumanji, but it's in World of Warcraft. So there's like a bunch of characters that are female that are really male in real life, and there's one that's female that's playing a male. And honestly, there was 20 minutes in one of these episodes where I was just laughing my ass off with this, like, it's a little person supposed to be playing like a gnome, and he's like, I'm kind of antsy and I'm kind of scared. One of his friends is like, why? It's because I have to pee.
All right.
Okay, so go pee. We're in the forest. Go fucking pee up against a tree. I've never touched a penis before. And so then you get 20 minutes of they keep cutting back, and this little person's peeing up against a tree, and he's like, it's still dripping.
Toner tells
Okay,
the guys
I think
all the
it's
time.
going, but what do I do now? And the guy's like, wring it out. This doesn't feel right.
If you're shaking it more than twice, you're playing it yourself.
It's just a lot of that really good. Yeah, it's worthwhile. AFK on Amazon.
All right. I'm on. I just finished volume 9 of Sandman.
Only read the
still-
first part,
yeah.
but I love it.
It's so good.
Neil Gaiman, anything he writes is perfect.
Yes.
The Dreaming is also worth checking out. That's
Where's-
kind of the expanded universe off that.
Yeah. And then I just finished Star Wars Master and Apprentice. It's Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan.
Master
like,
Betas?
prequel.
What?
The
This-
Master Debater and the Cunning Linguist.
Master Betas? What? Excuse me? It's like Harrison Bader, Masturbator. What? Never mind.
I don't know what's happening.
That was a Cardinals reference. Sorry.
So, it's a prequel book. Doesn't tie into any of the movie stories, but it's an interesting look at
It was
these
their
characters
relationship at some point in between what episodes? What would we say
before one.
before one?
Yeah.
So
So
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon being the sketchy Jedi that he was.
Yeah.
And it kind of draws on that and how he never got in the Jedi Council.
Sorry,
That,
that's a funny scene.
They haven't got to the scene where his balls are really big.
No.
They also didn't get to the scene where Jennifer Aniston's dancing around and we'd all stop to watch.
Yeah.
So.
What movie is this? I've seen this before.
We're the Millers.
That's right.
Yes.
That's a really funny movie.
All right,
That,
let's hurry up so we don't
Oh, sorry.
stop on the podcast
Yeah,
while
what the
she's
hell?
dancing.
That does remember. That reminds me of at Comic-Con they announced they're doing a prequel comic series to talk about the what's his butt, the bad guy from the current movies, Kylo Ren, the Knights of Ren.
Yes.
They're going to
That-
be explaining everything that happened from the time he left the damn Luke Skywalker school to now.
Okay.
And that's the only
Fill in the
Star
gaps.
Wars announcement they made the whole time
They're
at
waiting for
San Diego.
D20
They're waiting for D23 to announce everything that's coming out for the movie.
That should still prove to be pretty badass, though.
Yes. I'm looking forward. That was Charles Soule, right?
Charles Soule, yeah.
Yeah,
They're doing amazing things with current Star Wars comics.
they are. Matt's giving up.
What the hell is that?
Big stretch.
Yeah, we got like less than 5 minutes.
All right.
Unless we're gonna stop now. That would probably do.
What do you got on? What do you got on Tool, Steve?
Oh, yes, Tool.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
So-
brief news
yes.
on Tool there.
Yeah,
5 minutes.
I just saw an erection.
So Fear Inoculum comes out August 30th.
That's their new album.
That is their new album.
How long has it been
And
since they've had an album?
13 years.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well
13
done.
years. 10,000 Days was the
Because
last
he's
one.
been busy doing like soundtracks.
He's
and
been
whatnot.
doing no. That's you're thinking of Trent Reznor. He's been
Mhm.
doing Pussifer and A Perfect,
Perfect
Circle.
Circle.
Yeah, he's been doing that for the past
What-
13,
what was
14
the name of
years.
the last one?
10,000 Days.
So he told you how long it was going to take for a new album.
Yes, pretty much. And then also, their whole entire catalog has been published on
Spotify.
digital media, everything, iTunes, Amazon.
No, it was not
Zune?
before.
It was
No.
never ever before. It's been fucking 30 years now.
Yeah.
Everything
Are
comes
they
out
going
now.
on tour with this album?
I do not know.
They probably will.
He sat down with Joe Rogan to talk about it for like an hour and 45 minutes, but
I
more
think it
than
was,
likely,
I think it was
yeah.
longer than that. I think it was
That's
like
a
2.5
short
Have
hours.
they
Rogan
dropped a single
interview.
yet that we can hear yet?
No, they have not
Nothing's
done
out.
anything. Nope.
Okay. And when was it dropping again?
August 30th.
August 30th. So another-
I know Tom Morello has heard the instrumental version of the entire thing. He said he goes, it's almost as good as Anima or better. I was like,
That's high praise.
Yeah.
hey, Tom Morello. I'm like, fuck, why not, man? That's going to be something.
He has
But-
a good masterclass. Masterclass.com. He does electric guitar on that.
Yep. It's I hear he always talks about it on One Man Revolution on lithium. So he's been talking about that for about 2 weeks now. But yeah, that's going to be something after fucking damn near 15 years of nothing. It's about goddamn time. So,
One Man Revolution on lithium sounds like my weekend.
but you're trying to a divorced guy trying to bang chicks. Yay!
Jesus Christ.
All right, I don't have anything else. We need to go.
Too close to home there, Tony.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Way to go. Have fun.
Hey, cool. So what? All their shit's now available on all the platforms.
Yes,
correct?
you can buy it on whatever you need. Actually,
Why did it take so fucking long?
he actually sat there and he just sat there and was in silence, like he didn't have an answer. He
Ego.
probably, I don't know.
There's just not enough
He's running out
royalties
of,
on the
I
stream?
don't
that's what
know.
I'm saying. Is he running out of money? Because usually that's what happens. They start running out of money. They need to drop something new.
I don't know how the fuck could he's been touring with a Perfect Circle for God knows how long. Pussifer did very well. I mean, he's
Okay. So also,
and, oh, go ahead.
here's the thing. I'm writing a book. I've been writing a book for a long fucking time because I keep coming up with side fucking projects and then not paying attention to my main fucking project. So, yeah, he's probably just been too fucking busy not doing what he's supposed to do.
He's got a winery in Arizona that's been doing amazing. I mean, shit, why not? I mean, he's got
Yup.
that. So what? If I had 3 bands and a winery, okay, I'd say I'd be doing pretty good as well. I don't know. I don't know.
He had 13 years worth of other shit to do.
Tony, you sound so interested.
It's a mystery to me.
He's just mad because Tupac doesn't have another side gig or something.
Well, he's dead, Steve.
A Four Hands Tupac beer came out today.
No shit.
Seriously?
Yep.
Really? What is it?
It's IPA, I think. And
Huh?
they had a biggie one come out too. That was barrel aged stout.
If you put them in the same, like,
Dogfish Head is doing the same thing. East Coast
They buy
IPA
you
versus
can
West
buy a
Coast
Tupac
IPA.
of it.
Oh man.
That's good. You know, just like them, Suge would kill me too.
Zinger. Okay, cool.
Hey, there we go. Let's throw that to them.
Narrow Gauge?
Yep. Suge shot me. It's an IPA. There you go.
I think they're doing okay on their own.
Suge me out a window.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to try those out now. Shit.
Good luck finding them.
Okay.
I think they're probably selling out pretty quick.
Bummer.
All right. Go.
Does that mean we're done?
Yep, we're done.
Yeah.
30 seconds till the. Yep, go.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got this. Come on.
Outro.
Cool.
Fucking.
Minus
All right.
12
Yeah.
minutes or so we talked at the beginning.
Yeah.
There we go.
But
All right.
whatever. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to episode 104 of the Nerdcast podcast. Not your regular dialogue.
I'm not high.
Be sure to check us out online at nerdcast.com.
Spell it.
That's NYRDCAST.com. You can find us on social media on all the major platforms
Can you
at
spell it again?
Nerdcast. Yes, at NYRDCAST.
Thank you.
We're a part of the Inside Joke Outside Voice Podcast Network. Would you
Podcast Mo, too.
fucking God damn it.
Spell it.
And Podcast Mo. It's because it's MO for Missouri, not like MOE. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Modus operandi.
Yeah, that shit. I don't know. Look it up on Google or some shit. I don't know what's happening right now. Anyway, thanks again for joining us. I go by the name of Toner.
Can you spell toner?
Toner.
J.
Dave Matt!
Whoa.
I already said my name.
You did?
You did?
He did.
Didn't hear you at all.
Was that with your head against the fucking table?
Yep, that's a map.
Okay.
Okay.
Sound guy, Steve. See ya.
So until next time, do whatever it is you do. Peace.
Spell it.
Black Jesus.
God.
Yeah, I
1,
love.
2, 3, kid.
Yeah, I love a vagina that looks like roast beef. Woohoo!
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hope Solo, your favorite soccer player?
You think when Hope Solo sends nudes, her like boyfriend's actually like, hey, if you're still at Arby's, you give me number 3.
With the fries. It's fries. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think I've called my wife brother before, so.
Take your vitamins and this D. Say your prayers.
Vitamin D.
Hulkamania is about to run wild on that pussy.
This week's featured music is 2 Notes Shy of an Octave by the band Red City Radio.
Got the fire!